Welcome to Get Lost. Get Lost on air.
Yo, how you doing, brother?
Ah, good. How you doing?
Yeah, not so bad, not so
I
bad.
actually lied. This is the first time I'm going to say that I'm not doing too good.
It's been a long time coming, that has, to be honest.
I know. I feel like shit. And just a disclaimer of my voice sounds like I've just hit puberty again, and also, well, it sort of does and sort of doesn't. It sounds like deep, like I've just hit puberty, but also sounds like it keeps fucking cracking, basically. So I'm like halfway through puberty.
Mate, your voice looks like your face now.
Yeah, maybe I've caught up or devolved.
Yeah, exactly. Like your voice sounds like how you look. So like
a child.
You look like you look, you sound like you look like Tom Holland, mate. You like Tom Holland, I swear to God. You remind me a lot of Tom Holland.
I'll fucking take that. He's a sexy boy, and he's with Zendaya.
Like,
so.
Is that official now? Is it?
Yeah. Have you seen the videos where everyone's like, Tom Holland really manifested his entire life, and there's like interviews of him.
What?
Like, basically, someone asked him when he was like 12 or whatever, what superhero would you like to play if you got the chance? And he goes, maybe in like 10 years time I could be Spider-Man, and he is. And then someone asked him, who's your celebrity crush? And he said Zendaya, and now he's with her. And they were like, what's your favorite video game? And he said Uncharted, and now he's playing a fucking character, or the main character in the Uncharted movie.
Oh, no way.
So
that's interesting. That's like when you hear your friends grow up and say they want to be Jesus, and like just don't happen. You got more realistic dreams, I guess. Is the
but not for Tom Holland. He could say anything, and it would work for him.
What do you reckon? If he was like, oh, I want to be Barack Obama next, and he could just do it.
He could act in a Barack Obama film, but that might be a little bit racist. I doubt.
I'd like to see him pull that off. You know,
I doubt not he'd still have fangirls after doing blackface to Barack Obama.
Do you reckon he'd pull that off? Or do you reckon that would just go down too badly?
I think Zendaya would probably leave him.
But if he was like, I'm just trying to integrate with the culture, I'm a method actor, I've got to really get into the role.
Well, Robert Downey Jr. got away with doing Tropic Thunder, didn't he?
I haven't seen it. Did he do blackface in that?
Yeah, but the whole point was it was actually a character doing blackface, so it wasn't... He wasn't playing a black man, he was playing a white man doing blackface, and...
Yeah, that's different.
Not many people complain about it. And apparently it's a really funny film, but I've not seen it, so...
Justin Trudeau did blackface. Do you know those?
Who is that?
He is the president of Canada. Or the prime minister,
Great.
whatever you call him.
Justin what?
Trudeau.
Trudeau.
Trudeau. Yeah.
He did blackface, did he?
He did blackface, and it's quite interesting because he's very like left-wing leaning and very liberal and whatnot, and but because he's still like a private school boy, you know what I mean? Like at these old parties and stuff. So you know how those things are like.
the wild fucking Eton parties.
Yeah.
Those Canadian.
Exactly, where all the rich kids just do crazy shit.
Yeah, and they're just incredibly racist.
Yeah, then they hit positions of power and try hide everything. Like,
oh my God, I just looked up the picture of him.
It's awful, isn't it?
It's not even like half.
It's really bad.
It's awful.
Really bad. It's shocking. I mean, that can't have been a good day when he saw that circulating.
Oh no! Do you reckon he's just like people like that are just waiting for it to come back up?
Yeah,
they've already got their apologies written.
It happened to Michael Gove not too long ago. He was saying like loads of like making like racist and sexist jokes in a speech that he was doing. Like he was making quite derogatory jokes about the lady who had hosted the speech for him and basically calling her a slag and shit.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Michael Gove, mate. Like, I think he's the health secretary. I think isn't he?
Something like that. They were a bit fucked, aren't they?
Like, exactly. And Boris, and they all went to school together. It's nuts. It's like literally a clan of schoolboys. Imagine going to school with your mates, right? You're all treated like gold dust the whole way through. but you're all pasty and like kind of weird looking.
Yeah, and racist.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you go and just run the country together. Like, how wild. It's such an unfair advantage. It's such an unfair advantage. Because they're all in the same fucking school. Like, of course they're going to, like, employ their boys. You know what I mean? Like,
that's, like, the popular kids at school getting fucking put in power. That is the most terrifying thought in the world.
That's essentially what's happened. They just are more articulate. You know what I mean?
Scary. God, I don't want half the kids from our school to be in power. Fucking hell.
My God. Mate, this country would be burnt down in a day. But, say I got into power, and they're like, I'd obviously, like, choose to hire you as, I don't know, health secretary or, like, Minister of Education. Rather than just some Randy, like any day. Yeah, any day. I'd be like, well, here's my boy. Who's there, you know. He had my back then.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll make him health secretary. Why not?
Remember who had your back when you were a nobody.
Yeah, you never know who's going to be prime minister.
Exactly. Yeah, oh, mate. All these fucking... Do you remember, Shane Dawson?
Shane Dawson? No.
He was one of the OG YouTubers.
Oh, yeah, the kind of chubby guy with the slight beard.
Yeah. And he, he's had a lot of fucking shit going on about how he joked about spunking on his cat and everything. He had a rough couple of years, but he somehow got away with doing blackface when he first started on YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It wasn't so bad back then. I mean, It was obviously like the same thing as it is now, but it wasn't as culturally unacceptable.
Exactly. And everyone thought it was funny at the time, but now people bring it back up, don't they? And they're like,
yeah,
I don't know, they just bring up old shit, which, I don't know. It's scary because I have had Twitter since I was about 12 years old.
Yeah. I had to delete my Twitter a while back, not because I was saying racist stuff. I was just making Hitler jokes and things like that.
It's a bit risky.
And I thought, you know what, like, yeah, exactly. And, you know, last thing you want is employers coming on and being like, yo, bring it up in your interview. Be like, oh, you know, what's your best attribute? And I'd just go on, like, yeah, no, I've got great determination. Like, what do you make of this tweet you did in 2014?
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
It was funny. I don't know.
It was like 7 likes, bro. Like,
yeah, come on, fucking celebrity at school. It went off in sixth form. It's scary, isn't it? Like, shit that we've said on this podcast might be fucking wrong next year.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when you consider the future as well, that's when it becomes really scary. Like, what in like 7 years' time, there's like a bunch of stuff we don't realize we're doing, and then it comes along to 7 years' time, and we look back, we're like, oh my God, you said that, bro. I'm gonna tell your employer you're gonna lose your job and your family.
Exactly.
Like, so
Family Guy has said some risky shit, like very risky, and they never apologize for it. And I thought maybe it's stopped now, but I saw one the other day, like a clip from Family Guy that's very recent, and I was like, shit, they're still getting away with doing this sort of thing.
It's weird, isn't it? It is weird how they've managed to do that the entire time.
Yeah, and everyone's just accepting it because it's Family Guy or because it's South Park. Yeah. Like, everyone's like, yeah, they're going to say some racist stuff.
Even though, like, Dave Chappelle did a whole special and, like, the entire country almost fell into a meltdown.
Yeah.
It was just... Every bit of media was just like, good Dave Chappelle controversy. Like, Dave Chappelle's going to get shot, you know?
Exactly. It's like, why can some people do it but others can't?
Yeah.
It's a strange one. Man. It's a very strange one. I got a question.
Go ahead.
Basically. So me and you went to go and visit one of our friends the other day who has a baby, right?
Yeah, she's got a baby.
And she said...
Lovely baby.
It's a very cute baby. And the mother said something to me, or to us, about... I thought it was quite interesting about how this baby has never seen anyone with a beard before. And you come along and she's confused by it. And you see these videos of kids whose like father shaves for the first time and then the baby gets really worried and is like, oh my God, who the fuck is that? And like, that just blew my mind. And then it got me thinking about other shit. Like, dogs, like, they know your scent.
Yeah.
They get used to your scent, right? What happens after Christmas when you get a new aftershave? Do they just lose their fucking minds? They're like, who is this guy in my house?
I don't think it's the scent of your spray. I think it's the scent of your natural like odor.
Yeah, but my spray is stronger than my natural odor. I'm certain of it. I don't know what my own natural odor smells like, but I know what my fucking Nivea Men sensitive fucking Protect smells like.
Well, you get to learn what people smell like though, don't it? Like I know what you smell like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I've got it in my head. I know exactly what you smell like. I could like imagine that smell right now.
It's weird when you leave someone's house after you've been there for like a week and you smell your clothes and you're like, oh yeah, that's what they smell like. That's what my
It's
friends
weird how
do.
we all have different smells as well. Do you ever thought about that? Like everyone's got their own like signature smell of just their natural essence, and it's all different.
It's
Everyone's
weird
got
because we all
different
use.
smells.
If you could all use the exact same washing powder or something, or the exact same deodorant, and you still all smell different, it's weird as fuck.
Yeah, it's really strange.
Is it the house you live in? I don't know.
It's like me and my housemate. We use the same like washing powder.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, and smell completely different. Like, just different smells.
it's weird. How does
It's
that
really
happen?
odd.
Why does that happen?
Yeah, why? Yeah. What if you could bottle up, like, someone's individual smell? Rather than, like, trying to, Jean-Paul Gaultier. You could just have John.
My mate John from down the road. He smelled quite nice in the pub the other day, so I want to bottle that and sell it.
Yeah, like, I don't know how you go about doing it.
I don't know, but
what if you
Gwyneth
could do
Paltrow
that?
did it, didn't she? She fucking
Did she?
Well, it was about
Well, her own...
not quite her normal scent. It was her vagina scent that she bottled up. She's got a whole company dedicated to it. Have you heard about it?
No.
Let's have a look.
What?
I can't remember what it's called. Oh, it's called Goop,
Oh, my God.
which is a great name for it
Goop.
anyway. Goop.
I swear, that's quite a popular aftershave, no? Goop?
No, that's Jupe. That's with a J.
Okay.
Goop is with a G, and it's fucking disgusting.
Is it kind of bottles? Is it coming to bottles, is it?
Yeah. There was a whole fucking TV show about it as well. Weird. Yeah, about fucking vaginal steaming. Oh god.
Vaginal steaming. Well, it's liquid, right?
Yeah. It's just the scent of her fanny, which you've got to have fucking high self-confidence to sell the smell of your genitals to anyone. I wouldn't want anyone smelling mine.
Absolutely not. I certainly want them bottling it up and selling it to the public.
Like your missus can lie to you and say, "Oh yeah, it smells nice," but I wouldn't want to bottle it and sell it just in case. That's a very confident move.
How does she like approach the store managers for that one? I've got this new product. It's my pussy stink.
You just tell them that it's empowering, and then they'll be like, "Yeah, just slap that on the fucking label."
That's a good show. Chuck a rainbow on there somewhere. Who is Gwyneth Paltrow?
She plays Pepper Potts in Iron Man.
Mate, and she's got her own. That's wild.
Yeah, she's a strange lady. She smells like sells like candles and stuff as well of her pussy stank. I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god!
I sort of want to know what products and distribution. What have they got here? What can I buy?
She married Chris Martin, mate. She married Chris Martin.
What, the Coldplay man?
Yeah.
Mad, really.
What a wild lifestyle
Goop.
this lady has lived.
Mate, I'm surely it must have a different smell than just her fucking fanny. It must. Holiday gift guides.
Mate, I might get you some of that for Christmas, to be honest.
Please do, because I'm quite curious. Wait, I feel like Goop. I feel like I'm on the wrong site, because let's find because that I think is a clothing brand. I don't know. It's just strange. I sort of. Oh yeah, look. There's fucking photos and everything of her standing in front of a big vagina made out of flowers.
Oh my gosh, mate, that's just such a wild move.
It is, but it's also
like, do you really want like your family, people you know, to know what that smell? Like, I'd almost be okay with randomers because like they don't really know me. But when you're Gwyneth Paltrow, everyone knows you. Like,
imagine your nan gets bought your fucking fanny smell.
Oh my god,
rang. I really want.
How are children just not getting bullied? Like if that was one of my boys' mothers. You know what I mean? Like, you just wear it around school.
Exactly. You would.
You just would. You just instantly would. That'd be the first thing that gets done. Like,
absolutely. I don't know. It's weird as hell. Very weird. But it's got a name for herself, hasn't it?
Yeah, I guess.
Because who's talking about her from Iron Man? Yeah. Nobody. No one really cared about her character. But this has got her on the map.
So back to the question. What were you brought up about the babies with the beards, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, well, it was more about the dogs. Like, do they get confused as fuck when you change your scent? But like, then your baby must get really confused when you shave your beard.
Because I remember I saw my dad. Right, my dad was bald for like 40 years of my life, and then he got like fake hair. I don't know what you call it. Hair transplant. Yeah, that's what we call it. Don't like that. Yeah, so he got a transplant. And I saw him for the first time. Like, I'd known him for like 15 years of my life, whatever, like without hair. And I saw this transplant. I was like, "What? Who is this man?" Like, it's such a shock to the system. You like don't recognize it because you know him so well, and you know him just as that person.
It's funny how hair can change someone's appearance so much, isn't it?
Yeah,
like, so much.
Crazy.
Like, if you shave your beard now, you'd look younger than I look.
Baby, man. I look like a baby. That's it, man. I haven't been ID'd in like years, mate.
Must be nice. I get ID'd every single time. Even though I've got a full sleeve of tattoos, and you can't get that until you're 18.
Gosh, mate.
Getting ID'd for energy drinks as well when you've got a fucking driving license and you've got your car keys in your hands. You can't.
For energy drinks, bro.
Oh, it's embarrassing.
Jesus Christ. You should bring your mum with you next time. Have you heard about this sort of device that goes in your house, right? It's just being promoted in Dubai at the moment. It's a UK company, I believe. And it's a device and it picks up when you're using like insensitive language. So like right.
Oh no.
Like you'd be talking, right, and you say something a bit ropey.
Yeah.
It does a trigger warning. And it picks up, it does a trigger warning the last 2 minutes. It does an alarm. It goes up so that everyone can stop and discuss what just happened.
That'd be a mood killer if you have all the boys around playing Quiplash. That goes on. Jesus. Oh, fuck that. Imagine sitting in your own house and your house tells you off for something you've said. That's ridiculous.
You imagine like being like the in-laws for dinner.
Like, you have your racist uncle round.
You just got to be so careful. Like, imagine accidentally triggering that at someone else's house. You'd feel awful, mate.
You would feel awful. Sitting there in silence while this alarm goes off. Like, I fucked it now. You're around your girlfriend's families for the first time, and you're like just sitting there in silence as the alarm goes off. Like, I'm never coming back, am I? You're a job interview and that shit's going off. I don't think I got this job.
Yeah, you explain why your Jewish joke, why it's socially acceptable and not just completely beyond the pale. Like you've got to telling jokes isn't very good the second time round. Yeah, you got to actually explain the joke. Decrypt, and then have them judge it whether it's okay or not.
Oh, God.
Because they've set that up, like they put it in their house. Like,
the comfort of your own home getting told that you're being a bit ropey.
I bet some people will do that, isn't it? Like some people will just put it in their living room just to train themselves like out of doing it.
Probably. That's probably what it's for. I think that's a bit...
Yeah, that is what it's for, I think.
That's a strange one. That's a very strange one.
That'd be so unnerving, bro. Oh, I just found that shit hilarious.
It's like an extreme swear jar, isn't it?
Apparently they're looking to introduce... Sorry, I always end up talking about like censorship topics. I don't know why. It's just interesting.
Keep going. That's the way the world is at the moment, so you might as well.
It's nuts.
It's relevant.
It's just what's in the media, though.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Apparently, they're introducing a law that means that you can get like arrested for online hate and shit like that, which is interesting. They're bringing that through soon.
That's strange.
It's being
the
talked
internet
about.
is such a toxic place, so that's going to be everyone's going to be in jail.
Bro, can you imagine after a football game, a couple of like drunk boys start like abusing some members of their team or whatever on like anonymous Twitter? Like they're just gonna be gone. There's just gonna be so many teenage lads locked up. Like
Already happened already, didn't it? Well, because a lot of the people that were making racist remarks got locked up, didn't they?
yeah, they did.
Which, I mean, fair play, they were a bit... that was a bit fucking hard.
Yeah, it's a bit below the pale, isn't it?
Yeah, but, like, it seems like people are trying to remove any form of hate from the internet. Like, YouTube has removed the dislike button.
Oh, really? It's removed the dislike button?
Yeah, which is stupid, because, like...
Oh, mate, that's done us bits.
That's actually... we might finally get views.
Now we've just got to delete comments as well, and then we never said.
Yeah, but they've removed it. I don't know why, because creators can still see if someone presses the dislike button, but you can't see on someone else's video how many dislikes it has.
Yeah.
Which, like, sort of ruins... You know when you... How many times have you clicked on, like, a fake movie trailer?
Oh, yeah.
And then you see the dislikes and you're like, yeah, that's...
Saves you time, doesn't it? Like,
exactly. But now you've got to watch the whole thing to see if it's real or not.
And it does tell you something. It does actually tell you something. Like, the thing about the dislike button is that it is a signal of information.
Exactly.
Of some discretion.
It's
like,
useful.
Yeah, because it lets you know that you've pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah, it does. It's... I don't know. It's a bit fucking silly, in my opinion. Like, just... There is such good thing as good hate. Or, like, fucking constructive criticism.
Yeah, that's true.
But for us, it's probably done us bits because we
debate.
get dislikes because we don't talk about the thing that's in the title straight away and people dislike it.
Straight away or at all, to be honest?
Yeah.
It's a grey area. It's a grey area.
It is, yeah. Well, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm hungry or what, but if I was to say, hey, I'm going to get you a Subway right now, what would you get?
Bro, you know what? I've actually gone to say anything. Like, I think a lot of people are going to think I'm a criminal for this one.
Uh-oh.
I always go, right, chicken tikka.
Good choice.
And just absolutely stuff it up to the nuts with olives and gherkins.
I don't think you could have a smellier sandwich. Like, olives and gherkins and chicken tikka. You just put some tuna in there and it's the stinkiest fucking sandwich.
Because you get the salt of the olives, the crunchiness of the gherkins, and then the protein of the chicken. And then the mixed in with a curry and it's just delicious. Like, put a bit of... Bro, it's good.
Do you cheese and toast it?
Yeah, of course.
Good.
I'm not crazy.
If anyone says no to that, when they say, oh, do you want to cheese and toast it? Then you're a fucking dick.
God. I heard someone the other day say they didn't like eggs, and I was like, jeez, man.
Wild. Who doesn't like eggs?
Eggs.
Eggs are the fucking best thing.
I think it might be the best food. I think they are the best food.
I would actually agree.
Like, I've been thinking about this. Like, there is no better food than eggs. It's got like sustenance. It comes out of a chicken.
Yep.
It's tasty, and you can cook it in 4 different ways.
It's cheap. And
they're the best. It's the best product. Like,
it fucking is, and it's in everything. Like, you need a cake, put a bit of egg in there. You can have them raw, but it makes you fucking poo.
Really?
Yeah, I think if you had raw eggs, you poo, don't you? You can get salmonella as well.
I didn't know that. I'm put off of drinking raw eggs because they always have the like little white things in them. You know what I mean?
The white things.
Yeah, like some like eggs, you crack them open, they've got like a bit of white, like.
That's the placenta.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Is it?
I don't know, actually. It might be. That sounds right.
Wouldn't question it.
I know, it sounds right. But eggs are fucking top tier. Just for a food item on its own. Elite.
Yeah, it doesn't get better than eggs. It doesn't get better than eggs.
Healthy as fuck.
They've got everything. What would you go for?
Meatball marinara every time.
Oh man, that's basic, bitch.
I know. I do try and swap it up sometimes and get like a chicken sandwich sort of thing, because meatball one is fucking so high in calories, it's ridiculous. But it's just nice. So sometimes you just gotta go with it.
Man, when else do you have meatballs? You ever I never cook meatballs ever.
Exactly. You only ever have it at Subway or IKEA, and that's like the only two times you ever have meatballs.
It's weird, isn't it? Like, I wonder if they even eat them much in Italy. Like,
I don't know. But
you ever been to Italy?
No, I haven't. Have you?
No, me either. No, this is the one country I always wanted to go to be honest.
Same, until the fucking coronavirus locked them all down, and now I'm a bit worried about it. Even though that was 2 years ago that they locked down.
Yeah, they were like the heavy hitters though, weren't they?
They were the first ones to get locked down, weren't they? And everyone was like, God, that's ridiculous, locking down a whole country. They've got like tanks roaming the streets and everything. But...
yeah, bro. And then we got the biggest lockdown of all.
Except Australia, we got hit the hardest, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we got hit harder than Australia as well. Australia got hit hard, or we got hit even harder. I think.
Australia just keep going back into it though, don't they? They're having a nightmare of a time over there.
It's nuts what they've got going on over there. Like, I've seen videos of people arresting, like the police arresting someone at a park for not wearing a mask. Like a policeman at the park, like just arresting someone for not having a mask.
You don't need a mask on outside, do you?
That's exactly me. It's literally insane, man.
That's
like
so
it's a different system over there. It's crazy.
Oh God, the police have too much power. Too much power.
I think what COVID's doing to a lot of people, like, it's making some people like think like, why are the police like okay to do all this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a lot of people are. So many people were going against the police anyway, weren't they? Especially in America, because of the whole George Floyd thing that happened. Like, the police were getting a very bad name for themselves, and now it's getting even worse. How long do you reckon it is until there's a rebellion?
It's not a good time to be a policeman, mate.
Absolutely not. You like, if you're a primary school teacher and a kid, you go like, "Hey kids, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And one of the kids goes, "I want to be a policeman." Like, that's instant red flag. You're like worrying about that kid. Like, shit, he's is that kid racist?
Is he racist? Or he's just going to be a policeman so he can be racist.
Yeah, that's literally that's how Twitter makes you think. Twitter's a fucking dangerous place.
It is a dangerous place. Like, you can hook onto so many ideologies in Twitter, like, so easily. It's like all you're doing is just watching the same person's like thoughts over and over again, and they're just, following people that they agree with.
Yeah.
So you just get locked into like this narrow vision of just the same thing coming at you all the time. It's crazy.
Do you know what? It is wild how influenced you can be by someone else's opinions. Like,
yeah.
There was a time when I saw on Facebook one time someone said, "Oh, I think Danny Jones and his wife have split up," and then every time I saw them post anything like separately, that was constantly in the back of my mind, like, they're definitely split up, and that went on for about 2 years in my life. And then
it's insane, bro. Yeah.
Like, why am I invested anyway? I don't know. I don't care. But I wouldn't have even thought about it if someone hadn't mentioned it.
It's actually wild, like how like, if you think about pre-internet, everyone was influenced by the people around them, generally speaking. Like, you kind of had group identities in that sense. More is more like localized, like like in your town or in your village or within your sports team or whatever group of friends you hang out with. Now it's like that's just completely expanded out now to like everyone who uses certain apps. Yeah,
that's why you see in like one town, you see so many different people about all the time. Whereas before, it was like everyone was very much similar, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, to be honest. Because I don't like being influenced by someone else's opinions, but then you just can't help it. It just happens.
It's impossible. Like, yeah, that's the thing. And that's why you get Theresa May, like, when she did that government interview where she was like, strong and stable, strong and stable, strong and stable. She just like kept on saying it, and like it was obvious that she was doing it. It was weird because the audience, everyone who was watching, knew she was doing it.
Yeah.
And she knew that the audience knew she was doing it. But she did it anyway. Like, and that's not like just random, like, I'm just going to look weird in front of everyone. She was the Prime Minister, like, well, to be. And, like, she's done that for a psychological reason. She's clearly been told by a psychologist that that is what they're going to connote with her and the Conservative Party if she says it, like, 6 or 7 times in one interview.
Strange. And I don't know. I don't like being. I like sitting back after, like, I don't know, sitting back and looking at how I was about a month ago, thinking like, God, I was really influenced by something someone said, and you could see it in my behavior at the time, like how much I changed, and then you're looking back like, God, I was such a child.
Yeah.
You know what I
And then
mean?
you do it again. You do it again, isn't it? Yeah. And then you keep on doing it. And then, like, it progressively starts getting better. Like,
It's so funny. Isn't it?
you're getting influenced by more and more mature stuff. Hopefully.
Yeah. I find it so cringy looking back at how I was even like a week ago, because I just think like, God, I was so young. I was so young and clueless. But then it was only a week ago. I'm the exact same person. I haven't changed in a week.
Oh, bro.
I don't know.
It's insane. It's insane. Like, how, like, it does feel like mind control, to be honest. It does feel like social media is just mind control. Like, that sounds deep, and like, it doesn't mean to be like phony deep, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just does seem like that.
It does. It definitely does. That's why when we were growing up, it was good that you didn't really have any of that.
Yeah, because like, it's like you don't get as many original thoughts. Like,
no, you can't have your own opinion, because every single one of your opinions is formed by something someone else has said, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. And like, when you're seeing it on these apps, like Facebook and Twitter, you're seeing how many people are liking it. So like, it's in your little group of, you know, your like group of people who think the same.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, whenever they post something the rest of the community agrees with and it's worded particularly nicely, everyone will like it.
Yeah.
So like, you'll be like, okay, so that is what everyone else likes. That is a good thought.
And then you're regurgitating these fucking thoughts that aren't even your own. And then it's funny when you do that in the pub with all your boys that haven't had the same sort of like experience as you on the internet, and you say what you think you think, and then they're all like, shut up, what are you talking about? And then you realise like, oh shit, I'm actually in the real world now.
I can't just copy, like, because it's odd. Like, in social media, it becomes like it's almost like a game. It's not like a game that looks for truth. It's a game that looks for recognition, and it looks for approval rather than truth. So like, you're looking to get everyone to agree with you, because then they like your shit. Then your social status goes up, and you just have you're higher in the hierarchy. Always, like, when you're with like your mates and shit, truth matters a fair bit more.
Definitely. I started like, any film I used to watch or any TV show I used to watch, after I'd watch it, I used to go and watch video reviews on YouTube and see what other people think.
I did that with Arsenal, mate. Football, the same thing, yeah.
And then
see
it
what
just
everyone thought of
warps
certain
your
players,
views. Like, you could come out of the cinema and really, really like it, and then someone will say something on a review, and then you'll be like, "Oh yeah, actually, it was a really shit film." Like, that happened the other day. That happened the other day with when me and you went to go and watch the Eternals. Right? We're sitting there watching the Eternals, and I'm like, "Fuck, this film's really good. I'm really enjoying it. The action scenes are great, and all this, and like." Yeah, the storyline's a bit like, and everything, but it's so enjoyable to watch. I'm having a good time for the first time since the second fucking Spider-Man film came out. And then as soon as the film finished, our mate Binks comes over to us and goes, "Well, that was fucking shit." And I was like, oh, maybe it was rubbish then. And then I started questioning myself about how bad this film was.
Yeah, like, that's exactly it. Because he was saying it to me during the film. And But like, it was certain things that I was noticing in the film that just seemed a bit like off.
Yeah.
Like with the Eternals, like how they got like one of every race.
I know what you mean. It did feel a bit like
you know what I mean, like it was stuff like that, and like how just like the when they made like the baby whatever the fuck it was called, and that was coming out the ocean. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Celestial.
The Celestial. So when the Celestial baby starts like being born, and you slowly see his head just peek out the top of the sea, and
it's a bit strange. I didn't really get what was going on there. To be honest, the whole time, this is a little Eternals review. The whole time I was watching that film, I was thinking like, this is really every MCU film that comes out. It just makes the original heroes look like little pussies. Because like, how is someone like Spider-Man or Iron Man or even Captain America like gonna fight against or fight with one of the Eternals who have all these fucking stupid godlike powers? Like, most of these people are just humans.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like the lady with the laser eyes. You know what I'm talking about? You'll know what I'm talking about.
The laser eyes.
Yeah, she's got her own Marvel film. She flies. She's like Wonder Woman or something.
Oh, Captain Marvel.
Yes, Captain Marvel. Like,
that's quite an easy name. She's got her own Marvel film and she's a captain.
I don't know. But she wasn't in the last one. I mean, she wasn't she? But she came in for like a few seconds and just messed it up. Yeah, because
she's just overpowered. So like, she just win it.
Yeah. It was like apparently with Superman in the old days, like because he kept on getting more and more powerful in the comics and whatnot, until the point where he had no faults, and then people got bored of him and didn't like him anymore because he didn't have any faults.
Yeah, you've got to have something that could actually kill them. Like Superman's got his kryptonite thing, but how many people have kryptonite laying about? Not me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You think if you're gonna go face him though, you'd probably go find some.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, right, I'm gonna be fighting Superman soon, so I better go and get some kryptonite.
eBay.
Get on Depop if anyone's selling.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, we'll go secondhand used. Yeah, go on.
I don't know.
3 days. 3 days I gotta wait.
Something about the Marvel films that does make me laugh is how every single villain is matched perfectly strength-wise to the hero of the film. Like, you never get one of Thor's villains up against Captain America because it's just he'd lose straight away. It's always got to be a fair fight.
Yeah. What was I going to say? It's interesting, like with Venom, because Venom's like opponent was like way stronger than him.
Yeah.
He's way stronger. So like it seemed a bit unreal when he beat him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it does.
It's like because he beat him through the power of friendship, and it was like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it's a bit like
it's a nice message, but like, come on, let's be real. Like,
yeah, we're gonna hold hands and skip off into the sunset. This is a superhero film. But that, I don't know, is the whole MCU is now turning into the comics, which like is good for some people. Like, I'll enjoy it, but a lot of people are going to get lost now because it's just getting too confusing.
Yeah. With the have you seen Loki?
Yeah, that's
like,
just confusing to me.
Yeah,
the whole storyline.
The internet, not the internet. Sorry, the universe. It like becomes like multi-universes, and there's like time just starts fucking off because no one's controlling it.
Yeah,
like. And it's like, if there's like, you know, loads of all this whole multiverse theory is nuts.
Yeah, like the new Spider-Man film is going to be unreal. It's going to be so good. I can tell. And if it's not, I'm going to be very upset.
Is Zendaya in it?
Yeah, she'll be in it.
Mate, that's wild that they're together during the film. Like, they're doomed to break up in a couple of years.
Well, all three Spider-Men, like Tobey Maguire, fucking Andrew Garfield, and Tom, have now all got with their version of like the love interest in the film.
I wonder what they've got going on in those movie sets that's making this happen. Because that can't just be Charles, surely.
Worst part was Tobey Maguire had absolutely zero chemistry with his missus on the screen, so it must have been a well awkward relationship.
Or maybe they were mad comfortable outside the screen and then froze up when everyone was watching.
Yeah, well, they can't act, so that might be the reason. Oh, God. Yeah, but the whole Loki thing, like with it all the time thing, how it's all already been planned out up until that point. That just sort of takes it away from when you go and rewatch the Marvel films. It's like, well, they knew this was happening. I don't know. It's confusing. I don't get why they added that whole storyline in.
But the series was great.
It was very good, and Tom Hiddleston's fucking great.
It was fantastic. It was weird having an English girl in there.
Yeah, it's way too British for what it's like trying to put on a British accent.
Yeah. It's weird hearing Americans do it, isn't it? Like seeing like British people in American films.
It's horrible.
Nice to see Eternals was actually very British, which was nice to see.
Yeah, that was
honest.
good.
They had
a deaf girl in there.
They had a deaf girl.
A deaf girl. You know, the sign language.
Oh, they had a deaf girl. Yeah, they did, didn't they? And they've got a deaf girl in Strictly as well now, which is nuts because it's a dancing show. So she's got to like just follow the partner, and just she's like, you can see it like she's really upbeat, she's having a great time, and she's dancing around with her partner, just like deadballing him the entire time. Like, come on, bro, keep your shit together. I'm following you.
She's doing so well as well. Apparently, she can feel the yeah, probably. She can feel the like vibrations of the music through the floor, and that's how she's keeping on beat, which is nuts. That's a superpower in itself.
Jeez.
That's crazy. That's fucking mad. But like, there was and this is fucking Strictly reviews now. There was a dance that she did this weekend where like the music stopped and she was doing it without any music, and it's just wild that that's what she hears the whole time. There's just no music while she's dancing. Is that not really awkward?
They must just play the music, surely.
I don't know.
Like when they're practicing and stuff, like, because the other bloke's got to go off it, hasn't he?
Yeah. But what I mean is like, because there's one section of like 10 seconds where they stop the music and they're dancing without it.
Okay.
And the whole crowd obviously aren't hearing any music, and they're just like, fuck, this is exactly what she hears when she's fucking dancing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Wild.
That's crazy, yeah.
Mad.
That's insane that like humans love to dance without music. Isn't that odd?
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't dance, like I'll dance if I've usually got a song in my head or something. I rarely just dance just like without a song in my head or music out loud. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of mad to just dance like that.
I know what you mean. Speaking of music, have you heard Ed Sheeran's new album?
No, I can't say I have.
Bro.
Is it good?
I think, I would argue it's his best one. There's a couple of songs which are a bit like boring, but that happens on every album. But this album, the good songs are fucking mad.
So I was starting to worry he's lost his touch, because there wasn't as much hype around this one.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Like, Divide had a stupid amount of hype around it, didn't it? And that was in the charts for like 2 years.
It came out, Divide, and then all of his songs went to the most downloaded on Spotify and stayed there for like weeks.
Great. It's like Olivia Rodrigo. That whole album went nuts.
Yeah. But he's brought this one out, and the timing's not great because ABBA has just come out a week later.
True.
I didn't realise so many people liked ABBA.
Bro, everyone loves ABBA. ABBA's mad.
I can't stand ABBA. like just university, that is, to be honest, because whenever you go to uni, like you're going clubbing and it's just like ABBA will come on guaranteed every night.
Yeah.
It's such a crowd pleaser.
It is. That's the thing. It's just good vibes.
It is good vibes. ABBA. Yeah. It's such like mum music.
It really is. What is the mum music for when our generation of mums?
Oof.
Taylor Swift, probably.
Beyonce, mate.
Beyonce.
Beyonce's got to be mum music, isn't it?
True.
Surely.
It already is.
Do you reckon we're gonna look at Beyonce like they look at Elton John?
Beyonce's probably just as famous as Elton John at the moment.
I think she's bigger, mate.
Superstar.
Yeah, but like, you know how they all reminisce like, the good old days when they made good music, and
yeah, I don't think Beyonce
smashing the charts.
I don't think it'll be Beyonce, because Beyonce's not in the charts very much at the moment.
Yeah, but she was like, I mean, like when we're like in our 40s.
Yeah, but like
20 years from now.
From when we've actually had an opinion on music, Beyonce's not really been in the charts. For our like teenage years and stuff, she was rarely in the charts. That was more when we were kids.
Yeah, true. That's actually a generation above us, really.
So for us, it's more Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran.
Oh, it's going to be Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, yeah.
Isn't it?
And people are going to be listening to that and be like, oh, this is trash. You guys just listen to this.
God,
Like,
you had awful music. I don't know.
it's
I feel
gonna be
Ed
like it's
Sheeran
gonna be like
holds up.
hipster, innit? It's gonna be hipster to listen to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, like
You're gonna get girls wearing Ed Sheeran merch in like 20
my
years
God.
time to like high school.
like it's hipster at the moment to listen to Metallica or have Metallica merch or like
Pink Floyd or
Nirvana.
something. Like, yeah. Well, the Stone Roses is one I see a lot.
Yeah. God, it's gonna be weird. Just people walking around with old Ed Sheeran merch because it's not. That sort of merch doesn't hold up.
It was never cool. It is not cool at the moment.
No,
Like,
at least like Guns N' Roses
cool.
had cool merch. They like the logo looked cool.
It's just gonna be Ed's like little ginger head, like, or like a blank white T-shirt and his little guitar, like.
Yeah, and the Taylor Swift stuff wasn't much better.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I wonder if they'll play like ironically dressing like us as well. You know how like mum jeans have kind of come back and shit like that.
It's gonna be back to skinny jeans and
Yeah, it's gonna be black skinny jeans and black and like a white T-shirt. That's gonna be like vintage.
I mean, it's a good look. Oh, I like that look.
It's a classic, mate. It's a classic.
Can't beat it, really.
I know. I think you've like got like 20 copies of that look. I think.
I do, yeah. I've actually run out of white T-shirts, you know.
Jeez.
I stopped wearing them a little while ago because I kept spilling stuff down them, so I went for black T-shirts instead.
It makes sense. It makes sense. You look like a member of a backstage crew, but it does make sense.
It's slimming. Yeah. Well, should we fucking leave?
Yeah, it's cool today, bro.
I'm fucking bored of this shit.
Yeah, I've got shit to do.
I hate this shit. I hate doing this fucking shit every week. Right. So, thank you for listening, everybody. I really, really love doing this. And follow us on everything. Goodbye.
Yeah, just do it. Like, you might as well.
Get lost.
Got nothing else on, boys. Come on.
Get lost on air. Welcome to Get Lost. Get Lost on Air.